Donica Lewinsky. We're getting some leaked emails, and one of the quotes from this email written to Jeffrey Epstein is as follows. Ask him if Putin has the photos of Trump blowing Bubba. If you don't know who Bubba is, that's Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton's nickname has been Bubba since he was a fucking child. There has never been another Bubba. You can't tell me of another famous Bubba other than Bill Clinton. Let me read this again. Ask him if Putin has the photos of Trump blowing Bubba. So it seems like what we're witnessing right now is something that many of you probably know, which is Republicans care more about you being gay than they do about you being a pedophile. We know this. The GOP is the guardians of pedophiles. I mean, they're literally riddled with them. And you don't need to take it from me. We already have people like Megyn Kelly defending this sort of behavior. Let me just show you this because it's going to be hard for you to believe unless you hear it coming from the horse's mouth. So this is evil demon cunt, Mar-a-Lago face, disgusting tramp, Megyn Kelly. And then this is Israel.
As for Epstein, I've said this before, but just as a reminder, I do know somebody very, very close to this case who is in a position to know virtually everything. Not everything, but virtually everything. And this person has told me from the start, years and years ago, that Jeffrey Epstein, in this person's view, was not a pedophile. This is this person's view, who was there for a lot of this, but that he was into the barely legal type. Like he liked 15-year-old girls.
That's a child. That's not even barely legal, you dumb whore. A 15-year-old is a fucking child. A 16-year-old is a fucking child. A 17-year-old is a fucking child. And just so you understand, even if they're 18, 19, 20, it is still fucking demented, and you would go lower if you could go lower. Leave it to the fucking Republican Party to stand on their hands and knees and defend pedophilia like the good little fucking doggies they are. Such good little fucking doggies. You don't have morals. You don't have ethics. You are not my ideological opponent. You are my ethical enemy. The fact that yo, MAGA voter, this is the final stop on the train. This is the final stop before the brick wall. Get off now or go down with the fucking ship. I need you to understand this isn't hyperbole anymore. You're on the side of a dick-sucking, cum-guzzling fucking pedophile. That's what you're on the side of. And you can stand beside him and be one of them, or you can stand against them and join the fucking fight. There is no middle ground. You're on the side of pedophilia now.
And I realize this is disgusting. I'm definitely not trying to make an excuse for this. I'm just...
You are actively making an excuse for this, Megan, you disgusting fucking bitch.
Giving you facts. That he wasn't into, like, 8-year-olds. But he...
Why don't you put that on an advertisement? Vote for me. At least she wasn't 8. Why don't you put that on the lawn signs? Instead of Trump 2028, why don't you say Trump, at least she wasn't 8? How about that, you fucking disgusting pig?
He liked the very young teen types that could pass for even younger than they were, but would look legal to...
Look legal? You're saying that he liked them young. You're saying that he liked them... You're saying the opposite. You're saying, well, you're lying, first of all, but you're saying they were legal, but they looked like they weren't, and that was the draw. And meanwhile, you're saying the opposite, like, oh, they looked legal. What do you mean? None of that makes sense. None of that makes any fucking sense, you disgusting fucking pedophile protector.
A passerby.
And this doesn't fucking surprise me at all, considering Israel is literally a fucking nation of pedophiles. I hope you know that if you are caught committing pedophilia in the United States of America, Israel will take you. This isn't a joke. They have a system where they will fly you to Israel, they will scrub your record, they will turn you into a rabbi, and they will guard you. They will protect you, because Israel is a fucking pedophile nation.
And that is what I believed, and that was what I reliably was told for many years. And it wasn't until we heard from Pam Bondi that they had tens of thousands of videos of alleged, forgive me, they used to call it kiddie porn, now they call it child sexual abuse material, on his computer, that for the first time I thought, oh, no, he was an actual pedophile. I mean, only a pedophile gets off on young children abuse videos.
15 and 16-year-olds are still young children, you goddamn demon spawn, you goddamn fucking monster, bro. I don't even have the words for this without getting pulled from this platform. The shit that I think, I can't even say because of how rageful I am. And I need to get something off my chest that I've told you guys before. I was molested when I was a kid by very powerful, elite, rich white people. Okay, I have a bit of a different connection to this shit because one of the first things that happened when this all came out was an email that got leaked from the top about us kids, and it said, "Let those yipping dogs yip until they can't bark anymore." And that was a microcosm. Back then, I thought these are just heinous people. These are 15 people who are heinous. But now I'm realizing this is tens of millions of people who believe, oh, they're only 15. Oh, let them bark. Let them cry about it. We'll move on. We got to worry about our reputation after all. You're not men. You're not women. You are fucking reptiles wearing skin suits. And when I peel off that fucking mask, it's gonna be a Jeffrey Epstein clone. Ruh-roh, Raggy! It looks like the president is a fucking pedophile. Allegedly. It's so disgusting that this isn't a matter of politics. This is a matter of what is right and what is wrong. And we've even got people like fucking Lauren Boebert, that dumb slut, Lauren Boebert was dragged into the Situation Room. The Situation Room is for like the Cuban Missile Crisis, okay? Dragged Lauren Boebert in the Situation Room with Todd Blanche, Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, and Donald Trump. Smoky fucking room where they say to her, they go, "We need you to vote no on releasing the Epstein files. We need you to vote no." And even Lauren fucking Boebert, the soulless husk, the evil cunt, is holding the line going, fucking kids is a bit too far. Now, here's the thing. We'll come back to this and see if she ends up genuinely towing the line, because I wouldn't be surprised if she turns tail. Same thing with Marjorie Taylor Greene and Nancy Mace. Most likely Nancy Mace will end up fucking turning tail because she's actually a fucking demon spawn, disgusting troglodyte bitch. That's probably what we're going to end up seeing. But you're using the Situation Room because you're so worried that the American people are going to find out that you're a cum-guzzling fucking pedo. That you suck Bill Clinton's dick on the regular. And also, here's the thing. Let me get this straight. Put Bill in prison, too. You know what's funny about this? Is Trump sucking off Bill Clinton is the least bad thing he's ever done. That is probably consensual sex among two adults. I got no problem with him blowing Bill Clinton. But you know who does? The MAGA voting base. Because they care more about him being gay than they do about him being a fucking pedophile. That's the goddamn reality. That's the goddamn reality. You fucking inferior cretins. So, Trump had his little bit of a fucking crash out on Truth Social. What the fuck is this? Dude, this is the gayest shit I've ever fucking seen. Everything starts to make more sense. The YMCA, him blowing the microphone, the way that he was talking about how handsome Arnold Palmer was and how he had big hands, and how saying these pilots were the most handsome men ever. He's gay. Donald Trump is gay. Donald Trump is a homosexual. Okay? That's it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Donald Trump is a fucking homosexual. All right. Get this. The Democrats are doing everything in their withering power to push the Epstein hoax again, despite the DOJ releasing 50,000 pages of documents in order to deflect from all their bad policies and losses, especially the shutdown embarrassment, where their party is in total disarray and has no idea what to do. Some weak Republicans, now when he says weak Republicans, he's talking about the four: Thomas Massie, Nancy Mace, Lauren Boebert, and Marjorie Taylor Greene. These four people, despite them being awful, awful, awful human beings, they have decided that they cannot stand on the side of pedophilia. Now, every single other Republican elected official is proudly standing 10 toes down on the side of pedophilia because they are inhumane rat bastards who want the authoritarian pedophile Christian nationalist regime. That's what they are. They are all the same. So, Some weak Republicans have fallen into their clutches because they are soft and foolish. Epstein was a Democrat, and he is the Democrats' problem, not the Republican problem. You were best friends with him for 15 years. You called him your best friend. He called you his best friend. You were a Democrat, too. You were a Democrat the whole fucking time. Ask Bill Clinton. Oh, I'll ask Bill, all right. I'll ask Bill Clinton if your lips give good dome, you fat fuck. You fat, disgusting, fascist fuck. Thanks for the $20. Ask Bill Clinton, Reid Hoffman, and Larry Summers about Epstein. They know all about him. Don't waste your time with Trump. I have a country to run. Wow. You're really making yourself look guilty. You're really going full mask off right now, Dirty Donnie, you dick-sucking fucking loser. You're really blowing your cover right now. Don't waste your time with Trump. I have a country to run. I bet you gave him Golden Dome, didn't you? You fuck boy. You think Trump was a top or a bottom? Because I think he was a bottom through and through. I think he's always been a bottom. All right, we've got more here. Oh my God, he's going fucking crazy. As we speak, he's going fucking crazy. Wait, that's not Trump truth. Give me Trump truth. All right, so yeah. So then he's going crazy posting this stuff. I don't know what the fuck this is. He's trying to hide his recent post. This is what content creators do, such as myself. You post something, and then you have to bury it beneath like 10 different posts. So then he goes like this. So what does he say? Oh, cost and inflation. So now he's trying to talk about inflation, but... Oh, what is this? We got another one. Now that the Democrats are using the Epstein hoax involving Democrats, not Republicans, to try and deflect from their disastrous shutdown and all the other failures, I will be asking AG Pam Bondi and the Department of Justice, together with our great patriots at the FBI, to investigate Jeffrey Epstein's involvement and relationship with Bill Clinton, Larry Summers, Reid Hoffman, JP Morgan Chase, and many other people and institutions, to determine what was going on with them and him. This is another Russia scam, with all arrows pointing to the Democrats. Records show that these men and many others spent large portions of their life with Epstein and on his island. Stay tuned. All of that is about you. And also, yeah, go ahead, throw them all in prison. Throw Bill Clinton, Larry Summers, JP Morgan Chase, Reid Hoffman, throw them all in prison. See, this is the thing that the MAGA cultists cannot do. And I'm talking to you, you inferior fucking red hat wearing dog person, you subhuman piece of shit. I'm talking to you directly, fuckface. You're incapable of saying, yeah, no, Donald Trump should go to prison if he touched kids. And because you're incapable of that, because he's your Führer and you're a fucking pathetic cultist, you assume that everybody else, like the ones on the Democrat side, are not going to want Bill Clinton or any Democrat who was on that island to go to jail. No, the difference is we're human beings. You're not. You're actually not a fucking human being. We believe that touching children is wrong, no matter who you are, and you need to go to prison. You can't say that because you're in a fucking cult and your Führer is a pedophile. You can't fucking say that, dog bitch. Fucking disgusting rat people. Now here's the thing. Some of the MAGA base has been turning tail. Aaron Parnas, ideological Zionist, who I don't fucking like, he did gather a lot of the comments from MAGA people. So just listen to this.
These comments from under Donald Trump's post this morning.
Let me increase the
volume.
volume.
It all, Trump. You effing ran on that. You're losing the base. You're a con man, and all these idiots who believe you are just that idiots.
What are you sending me?
Not guilty people.
Somebody in chat sent me a video. What is this?
But Arnold Palmer was all man, and I say that in all due respect to women, and I love women. But this guy...
Oh my God, I'm realizing now that he has been gay the entire time. I love women! I swear I love women!
This guy... This is a guy that was all man. This man was strong and tough. And I refuse to say it, but when he took showers with the other pros, they came out of there, they said, oh my God. That's unbelievable.
Oh my God, he's actively reminiscing about sucking Arnold Palmer. He definitely blew Arnold Palmer too. Oh my God. Look at his face when he starts thinking about his cock.
They came out of there, they said, oh my God.
He's reminiscing about his cock.
That's unbelievable. I had to say it. I had to say it.
He can't even help it. He's saying when other athletes got out of the locker room. No, he's not talking about other athletes. He's talking about himself. All right, back to Parnas. We got to look at the MAGA reaction.
Well, don't have meltdowns over hoaxes. Release the files. Donald Trump is guilty, and if you deny the actual evidence, then you're just blind to the truth. These are comments directly pulled from Donald Trump's post on his Truth Social account. Those within his own base, within his own party, are rebuking him. And he's trying to run from it, but he can't get away from it.
Look at this comment. My mom's neighbors took down all of their Trump flags yesterday after dark, all 5. This is the death of MAGA. So I need you to understand, though, things are going to get worse. So what this is purposeful. This release is purposeful. Donald Trump is no longer needed, okay, for the technocrats. I've been trying to warn you for fucking years. I'm not the only one. That the real monster is not Donald Trump. The real monster is Peter Thiel. Peter Thiel owns J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance is a puppet for Peter Thiel. Peter Thiel funded J.D. Vance's entire political career. J.D. Vance does everything he does for the tech feudalists. Donald was needed to create the authoritarian regime. He got these toothless hicks, these uneducated fucking rat people to vote him into power. They disregarded the Constitution. They're dismantling our democratic institutions. They created the authoritarian regime. Now, Donald is no longer needed. He's also he's frail. He's decaying. He's a buffoon. He's a babbling idiot. He's starting to make MAGA look bad. So now they know the MAGA base cares about being gay more than being pedophiles. So they're releasing all of this stuff that shows, hey, Trump has been sucking cock on the regular and he takes it up the ass, right? They're releasing all of this so that they can push him out and put J.D. Vance in. J.D. Vance does not have motion. J.D. Vance does not have riz. He has nothing other than bending over a barrel and letting the technocrats fuck him, right? So what you're going to see starting today is the downfall of Donald Trump and the propping up of President J.D. Vance, okay? This is the beginning of it.
Major developments right now. Spread the word. Full updates.
No, fuck you. You're not getting your show. So just so you know, this isn't even like just me. This is like real news now. Donald Trump blowing Bubba message and Epstein emails under scrutiny. Oh, this is so fucking funny, dude. I'm loving watching this happen. President Trump wrote on Truth Social in response to the newly released documents, hoax. So yeah, to you MAGA voter who wants to see the Epstein files, he thinks you're fake MAGA. And you are. MAGA is a death cult where you're not allowed to insult the Fuhrer, and the fact that you want the Epstein files means you're fake MAGA. You are capable of thinking for yourself, which means you can't support Donald Trump. I need you to understand, if you are capable of critical thinking and logic and reason, you're not allowed to support Donald Trump. He doesn't want you to support him. He wants the plankton bucket hat wearing fucking drones, which is what the majority of you are. You're actually fucking useless people. Thank you for the $20. My parents are on the fence about the whole ordeal, and trust me, there's nothing I hate more than fence sitters. I'm trying to convince them to stand against these atrocities, but they'll always find a way to excuse Trump. Listen, man, I can't really give you any advice. If your parents are cultists, they're cultists. They're never going to jump ship unless it directly affects them. Sorry to tell you the reality. Your parents may be fucking brain-dead dumb fucks. All right, so we got a little bit of Mike Johnson here. So Mike Johnson is trying to point out the fact that the Democrats shut down a unanimous vote to release the Epstein files. But reasoning matters, okay? Details matter. If you do a unanimous vote to release the Epstein files, it'll either be yes or no, and we the people will never get a list of which senators voted no, don't release the Epstein files. That is why the Democrats don't want the unanimous decision. They want a head count, and I'm with them. They want, don't disrespect people's parents, pipsqueaks. I fuck your mother on the regular, right up her asshole. Anyway, just like me and the rest of the Democrats, I want a list. I want names of who says no, don't release the Epstein files, and who says yes, release the Epstein files. That's what I want. And MAGA Mike Johnson is doing the best that he can to try and distract you from that reality. Get a look at this.
I want to say this tonight.
Let me turn it up.
I think this is a shame to a lot of the Hill Press Corps. I'm not going to name any of you by name, but I haven't seen many stories written yet about the fact that we put the discharge up for unanimous consent on the floor tonight. The Republicans, the Speaker, and the Republicans asked for unanimous consent to just go ahead and pass the discharge because I think it's a moot point.
Real quick, Chatter says, you look like you taking up the starfish. No, that's Donald getting railed by Bill Clinton.
The Democrats objected to the unanimous consent. Nobody's written a story about that. That's stunning to me. How can you miss that?
Yeah, because we see right through the fucking bullshit. We see right through the bullshit. I don't want a unanimous decision. I want a list of each and every one of you, quote-unquote, elected officials that votes to keep secret the list of pedophiles. Here's the thing, guys. If releasing a list of pedophiles will destroy your government, guess what? Your government deserves to be fucking destroyed.
It was about transparency. If it was about full disclosure, there's two questions you should ask every Democrat in the House and Senate. Why didn't you bring this up during the 4 years of the Biden administration when the Biden DOJ had all these records?
Because the Biden DOJ is also riddled with these same pedos. Again, this is the point we're trying to prove. MAGA thinks that because they're in a cult, that we're in a cult. I have no loyalty to any Democrat. Fuck Kamala Harris. Fuck Bill Clinton. Fuck Hillary Clinton. I don't care. If they're on the list, put them in jail.
Entire time, nobody ever said a word about it. They didn't care. Now it's the biggest thing in the world. Didn't matter at all when Joe Biden had the files. And secondly, if they're for transparency and they really want all this to be out and there's such this urgency, then why did they vote down the unanimous consent to pass the discharge petition?
Because of exactly what I told you. We want a list of names.
Tonight. I can't answer that question, but they should. And every one of you should ask them about it. Yes.
Well, I'll clear it. I cleared it up for you. I don't know why you're leaving out the fucking details. Actually, I do know why. It's because you're also a closeted homosexual. You have an app on your phone that tracks your porn consumption and is linked to your son's phone. This is real. Mike Johnson has an app on his phone and his son's phone so they can monitor what the other watches, like porn-wise. That's real. That's real. That's the type of men that we have. Like, we have the most disgusting people on planet Earth in our government. And also, I'd like to point out something that said, does Putin, that email said, does Putin have the photos of Trump blowing Bubba? Does anybody else suddenly start to realize why Trump is acting like a fucking Manchurian candidate? I've said it before, and Kyle Kalinske said it way better, where it's like, I don't know if Donald Trump is a Manchurian candidate, but he might as well be. He might as well be. Everything he does is dismantling the United States' power. And now I'm starting to realize that he genuinely fucking is. Like, Vladimir Putin called him up and was like, I'm on my way to Alaska. You're going to have American soldiers on their hands and knees rolling out the red carpet for me. And if you don't do that, I'm going to post a video of you on your hands and knees. Okay, Donald? That's where we're at. And who helped gather all that information? Mossad. So the president of the United States is compromised. The president of the United States is compromised. He needs to be removed from office today. Today. Dragged out by his fucking ear. He needs to be removed from office. Now, that's not going to happen because we live in a fascist authoritarian regime. We no longer live in a democracy. If you disagree with me, you're wrong and fucking stupid. I'm Chris Valenti. This has been the Valenti VOD. If you're here live, you stay. We're going to keep on going. But if you're watching this pre-recorded, don't forget, this is what real independent media looks like. These are the people who will tell you the truth, not the ones who are bought out by Big Pharma and the fucking airlines. Shout out Chuck Schumer. I've never had a conversation with an advertiser or a billionaire or a government, and you ain't never gonna see me do a fucking ad read. So if you do want to support this channel financially, there's a couple of ways you could do it. You could buy merch like the Democratic Socialist poster or the Duty Calls merch where we got Uncle Sam getting ready to beat the fuck out of Donald. You can, that's all down below. You can click the thanks button down below to donate directly to the channel. You can click the join button down below to become a member. You'll get access to member-only content, and you can become a patron on Patreon. Thank you very much for 130,000 subs. Remember, you are superior to all Trump voters. That's not a joke. They're inferior. Do me one last favor. Click that video over there. It's a banger, and I know bangers.